I'm Orville Burke, and I'm the Director of Health Promotion at Black Coalition for AIDS Prevention in Toronto. I consent to this recording being used in Judy's Churchill Fellowship Report. Now, my experience of engaging with government and other authority figures is to tell stories and to not make assumptions about, what they think and what they believe. So last year I held a flag raising ceremony for International Overdose Awareness Day, and I invited our provincial member of parliament, Jill Andrew, and she revealed to me that nobody had ever asked her to speak on the issue of substance use or harm reduction before, and how heartened she was at the opportunity. She then went on to share stories, personal stories about her experience of friends, family members who have dealt with the issue of substance use and the impact that that has had. Some have lost their lives, some's health have failed, and others have just not been able to recoup and get back to where they were. She was in tears as she spoke, so this really said to me that these were things that were very dear to her. And ever since that, she has worked with us at every opportunity when it relates to anything that promotes harm reduction. Another thing that I realized is that it's easy to demonize someone when you don't know them. It's easy to tell stories about people, and to think the worst of folks when you have no interaction with them. But as soon as you do, you begin to realize that, for example, substance users are real people with real lives, and that potentially you may even know someone who's a substance user who's using in secrecy and shame because of the fear of stigma. But when you begin to engage with these folks, you realize just how much they're regular people like me. I'm someone with substance use history. I had a very tumultuous experience with substance use, but I have benefited from harm reduction efforts. I think I'm the product of harm reduction efforts, and I represent both sides of that coin. I'm somebody who benefited from the work of harm reduction, and I'm also somebody who has turned around to deliver those services and to ensure that programming meets the needs of those persons who need it. And so I think it speaks volumes to what stories can do and what exposing individuals to real lived experience can do. Most of the time there is a bit of a hesitance on the part of substance users to tell their stories and to be open about it because of the fear of stigma. But I think in those cases, those wonderful moments when people overcome that fear and tell those stories, I think the dividends have been significant. And it is my hope that we will continue to leverage exposing decision makers to persons with lived experience, exposing the broader community to persons with lived experience, and letting them know just the diversity of what substance users look like. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they empty your trash, they sweep the streets. They're your sons, your daughters, your grandmother. It's in my work, I have come to realize that this is the reality of substance use. And the sooner that we begin to realize this, I think the sooner more people get on board with harm reduction and in trying to reduce the harms of substance use rather than casting judgment. Thank you.